Welcome to the Incorrect Opinion, the one episode show that only passed through my mind last night. I'm your host, The Wasp. In today's episode, the Battlefield 2042 beta has finally come to an end. No more of the new DICE game until November 19th. Now, what did I think about it? Personally, I have a lot of fun with it, but of course my opinion doesn't matter. The Battlefield community has some pretty mix-up opinions. The main issue that I see is the operator system and the change to the Battlefield formula. Now, and as a disclaimer, the following thoughts are coming from a casual guy who his literally first Battlefield experience was this beta. I was watching the trailer and a freaking tornado appeared. That was enough to hook me up. Also, all the footage is not mine, because for some reason, my Xbox One didn't let me record anything. And yes, I'm playing on old gen hardware, because the poverty in Mexico didn't allow me to buy a $1,000 PC. Let us begin. Basics. Now, for a casual player who has never touched a Battlefield game, it was kinda hard to get used to the controllers, especially with the vehicles. I have more problems with the jet, which I kept up crashing a lot. I'm pretty sure that I'll burn up the Russian supply of aircraft. But after some hours, flying a helicopter feels satisfying as hell, especially the big one. The way that you can do evasive maneuvers feels heavy and hard to pull, like if we are actually flying a 20-ton killing machine.
Do a barrel roll!
I have seen some posts and videos mentioning bad controls in some vehicles. I will say that about the jet and the wingman turrets in all aircrafts. It just feels off. I feel that I can't hit anything, unless that we were hovering and steady on the big tower, which, you know, if you like to live, it's kinda like a bad idea. Weapons. Okay, I have a criticism. The M5A3, everyone and their mother was using this gun. Believe me, I had almost no kills before I started to use this thing. Suddenly I was having 20 to 40 kills per match. I don't know exactly if this is routine for Battlefield, but maybe it is just a beta thing. The other weapons seem pretty good. I personally love the revolver, but to be fair, seeing a giant LMG just gave me PTSD from Titanfall 2 and Apex Legends. Now, entering one of the most cool ideas of this game, the in-game customization. I love this idea. Imagine converting your standard assault rifle into a long-range weapon in just seconds. A clever change that most likely will be in future iterations of the franchise. But it's somewhat annoying to start every game and spend time making your class, instead of running to the points or grab a helicopter quickly. I think that a classic customization menu will resolve this issue. Just make your class there and you already have it as a default. Now, the operators and gadgets and all that stuff. Everyone was the grappling guy, and the memes prove it. I think this is logical, because the other three guys were almost useless. Sure, having your own personal radar is cool, or having the ability to defend a position with a turret is also a great idea, but I think that mobility just outclass all of this. The main criticism that I have seen is that doesn't matter your class or operator, you can basically choose the gadgets and weapons that you need at that precious moment. As a casual gamer, I have zero to no issue with this, but investigating further, I see why this hurts the Battlefield formula. These systems make the synergy between squads bad. To my knowledge, in other Battlefields your composition of operators was very important, like having a medic, a repair guy, a stealth dude, and an assault man. The different roles in a squad gives that specific role their own unique weapons and gadgets. Make every man on a squad their own responsibility. The medic is the only one that has access to medical stuff, so his job is to maintain their friends alive.
Let's go, baby. Lifeline! Lifeline! Where's me? Lifeline, use. Where's Lifeline? Lifeline!
or the engineer to repair the tank before it blows up. Also, this system allows you to kinda predict the capabilities of your enemy. But in B2042, everyone is carrying whatever the hell they want. So you might find a guy in the stealth dude carrying a RLMG or a shotgun, with an AA rocket launcher, or a sniper with an ammo crate. Moving on. Of the 3 big betas events of this year, this one was probably the least Polish of all of them. Bugs, glitches, or strange occurrences, like the phantom parachutes, or the lighting just popping in and out. And this is not an old gen issue, this is for all the versions. Have you heard of the clipping elevator in the tower? And there is one thing. That is what I call the Apex syndrome. Basically, you do everything with the X button. Sometimes I wanted to revive a teammate, but I ended up switching guns and he just bled out in front of me. The controls in general seem very unresponsive, needing several pushes to actually do something. The hit registration is not the best.
Alpha objectives under control. Sector secure.
The enemies on occasions just eat bullets like a Halo to Lazo brute. Half of the animations doesn't seem finished. You shot the ground and there is not bullet hole. You shot the enemy and barely get any feedback. Sometimes the audio doesn't even reproduce. But I think that the game has more pros than cons. The tornadoes are amazing. The way they destroy the map. And for some reason, the graphics seem to upgrade wherever they appear. Maybe it's just me, but I think they don't appear as much as I would like. I only see 3 tornadoes in all 3 days of the beta. The dynamic weather is just beautiful. A match can begin on a sunny day, and then evolve into a rainy storm. The events that happen, at least in this map, are very cool. The rocket can launch or explode, destroying half of Sector C. Overall, Battlefield 2042 felt very glitchy, and I think that needs more time in the oven. I don't know if the it's a month old beta is true, because I have already seen something like that before.
What is it? That stench. I've smelled it before.
But I think it makes up some ground with the enormous quantity of cinematic moments that happen. And those Battlefield moments that make this franchise what it is. I already see and do some crazy things. Like the kamikaze drone. I had a blast playing this. Even with the limitations of 32 vs 32. I can't wait to see what DICE has for us in the release. Although, most likely it will be a disaster. But hey, that's just a theory.
A game theory! Thanks for watching.